The question is that the motion be agreed to.
Mr. Speaker.
Jonathan Young.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to stand and speak on this bill, the Gambling Harm Reduction Amendment Bill, and I want to give credit to my parliamentary colleague Te Uroa Flavel and for a number of things. Firstly, his passion to see particularly people who are close to him in his electorate to be freed from the problems of gambling addiction and to bring some answer to those whānau and families. And I also want to give him credit for being pragmatic and working through solutions with the Minister, Honourable Chris Tremaine. I certainly would not consider Te Uroa Flavel a mosquito in any means or regard, and I think that we, on our side of the House, would regard him as a colleague who we have been very happy to work with towards his aims. Going through this public submissions was very enlightening, I think, for all members of the Commerce Committee who were part of that, and some who came on as members of the committee during that process, have heard from thousands of New Zealanders. And we have heard from both sides of the argument. And I don't think there'd be one person out there who would disagree with the aim of reducing harm reduction for gambling. But there is a variety of opinions on how that ought to be achieved. And I'd have to say that there were numbers of comments to say that some of the measures that were proposed, people didn't feel were going to work as they were hoped to. And so that's why some of the amendments came through from the committee. Also, sir, it would be true to say that quite a large number of people who came through said that we needed to have a wider review of the gambling laws. And that is another reason why I believe that the Minister has been working with Te Uroa Flavel to look at a wider working program around this. Certainly I think that there were numbers of concerns regarding having local authorities be the entity that disperses the proceeds from gamblings. There wasn't an agreement that they would do it any better, perhaps at more expense and less funding available for community groups than what is presently happening. At the same time, I believe that, as the member has mentioned, concerned about what has been called rorts in the system, and of course the Minister is well aware of the member's concerns about that, and no doubt there will be measures put in place to better bring transparency to the matters concerned. One of the areas, of course, that I think attracted probably some concern was this matter of where racing is considered to be an approved cause and or an authorised purpose, and that was one particular area that the committee didn't accept in terms of the members' bill as it was originally presented to the committee. And essentially we saw, sir, that the racing industry is very much contributing to the economy of the country, with 17,000 full-time equivalent employees, with a $1.6 billion annual contribution to the economy, with the export industry of thoroughbreds out of this country to other countries of the world. And we considered, in the balance of things, that the harm to that industry was also something to be considered if they found that they became a retrenching industry because of these measures. And, you know, those are all difficult decisions and difficult things to weigh up. And I guess, you know, politics is full of trying to find an acceptable compromise. And obviously there's people on one side who agree, other people who disagree on the other side of these sorts of measures. So, sir, all I can say is that this was an incredibly thorough process. There were 5,020 substantive submissions, 28,000 form submissions, with a total of 33,000 New Zealanders making their viewpoint known by one means or another. There was a tremendous amount of debate and discussion around the pros and cons of the money that is lost to the money that is utilised for community effort and concern. And I found it quite a fascinating process to go through. I feel in the end that we, along with what the Minister and Tuaroa Flavel, my respected colleague, are working on towards the future, that hopefully we have a comprehensive package that is going to address some of the concerns that that the member obviously put through in his first bill. So, sir, I guess, you know, in terms of just a wrap up to what I'm saying this afternoon, one of the particular areas that the committee brought into the bill that wasn't actually in the original members' bill was this ability now for licences that are in low socio-economic areas in particular to be transferred out. Of course, there were grandfathered provisions which kept them locked into those areas, which we felt was a real problem, and so we have added an amendment that would enable councils, with the agreement of the licence holders, venue owners, to be able to transfer them out of those particular areas where I think there is some concern that they may have been targeting in the past people of low income. So, sir, I'm very, I'd say, pleased to be part of the process, and do trust that we can work together going forward for a good solution. Thank you, sir.
The Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very pleased to take a call at this stage of the